So see a lot of guys on YouTube that make videos and talk about how they run their business and what they do and how they do it, how not to do it, things that happen for them, with them, to them. I can do that. I've been cutting grass for 20 years. I've got stories. You've been in business that long? You will meet some crazy people. And I learned a lot of things from Dave Ramsey. One of them is the customer's not always right. Now, we've always been taught that, but it's not true. There's some real, I believe Dave's direct quote would be, there's a lot of kooks out there. And there are. They've got unreal expectations and no clue. They, you know, I had a lady a couple weeks ago called, told me she had a single-story house and she wanted some gutters cleaned. All right, that's fine. I got the address from her. Go over there, drive by. I like to drive by and check stuff out before I actually go do the work, or you know, it's really hard to do a bid without seeing. But of course, everybody wants, you know, well, how much do you charge? Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I need to see it, you know, or can you, you know, you ask them, is it a single-story house? Now, you can charge however you want, whatever you want. You can work for nothing if you want. That's fine. I don't work for nothing anymore. I'm 46 years old. My knees, ankles. I've worked hard all my life, and it's taken a toll. It's starting to show. And I know I worked too cheap when I started out. I think we all do. That's, you know, you kind of start out, try to get your foot in the door, you kind of underprice everybody else, and that's I can't get too mad at those people, because they don't have the overhead, they don't have the expenses, you know, but you've got to price yourself when you start with the idea that you want to grow, that you want to be a successful business, you want to grow. And if you're going to grow, you're going to have more and bigger equipment, and you're going to need a place to put it, and that's going to require more insurance, and you're going to have to pay for that. And you know, there's a lot that goes into running a business, and you've got to know that from the beginning. Because and that's okay, because it's another, you know, there's nothing wrong. This is a standard business practice. If you have a problem customer, someone who's always complaining or always trying to get you to do just a little bit more, can you do this or can you do that, and of course they want you to do it without charging them for it. That's I think the industry term is add-ons. Can you just do, you know, can you do this while you're here? Can you do that while you're here? And that's up to, you know, I'm not saying you should be a dick, because then you're not going to have any customers either. But you can't let people take advantage of you. And don't be naive. Some lessons some lessons you got to learn the hard way. Okay, so what? Oh yeah, gutters. So I drive by. It's not a single-story house. It's a split level. The front has a garage on the on the main level, and so it's a full 2 stories in the front. And you can ask John, well, what difference does that make? And like I said, you can charge however you want. Single story house, single story, but I charge more for a 2-story house. In fact, we're trying to get away from doing gutters at all. And I don't know. What I'm basing that on is people don't appreciate, in my area, people still think someone's going to come to your house and clean your gutters and spend an hour there, and they're going to charge $30. Now, I don't care if you live in your mom's basement and you keep your equipment in a shed in the backyard. It's 2016, and if you're only getting $30 an hour, you are not charging enough money. Well, for an example here, you saw me strapping down the mower. That's a Toro 3000 series, 72-inch deck. That's a $10,000 mower all day long. Probably more than that. I bought it. I got a fleet deal when I bought 2. I ain't telling you what I paid for it, but it wasn't 10. But it's retail on that's more than 10. And my point is, now I've got to go home and I've got to spend an hour, more than an hour. I have to clean that deck, and I have to sharpen those blades. That's 6 hours on those blades, cutting grass that was nearly 6 inches long down to 2.5 inches. Wet, heavy, thick grass. I hit a few sticks, I know. It was a brand new set of blades, so I was being careful. But I'm going to have to sharpen those blades and clean that deck so that I can use that mower the next time. It's going to take me over an hour, and that's got to be figured into your time. If you've got customers that, well, it won't take an hour. So, let's say you're charging $60 an hour. Well, it won't take an hour. No, you don't understand. It's a service call, like the gutters. Single story, minimum charge, 1 hour, $60. I don't care if it takes me 35 minutes. And not only that, but it isn't the 35 minutes that I'm at your house. I don't know about, again, there's a million ways to run your business, and they're all different. And there isn't one might be better than the other, but what works for you might not work for someone else. And I don't have a truck that is set up to clean gutters. I don't have a ladder and a hose, and because she wanted, do you have your own hose? So she was expecting me to clean them out with a hose, which is an awesome way to clean out gutters. I know how to clean gutters. I've cleaned thousands of gutters. You get your wire coat hanger for unclogging downspouts. You know, you straighten out your coat hanger. You got your little paint pail hook with your 5-gallon pail, depending on how fussy the people are, because you don't want to be dropping that sloppy crap into their landscaping and junk. So you want to do a good job. So you've got your 5-gallon pail that you've drilled holes in the bottom of so the water will drain out. There's a tip for you. You know, but and you can keep all this stuff together, and if you've got a van or something with a ladder rack, you know, I have one of those, but I'm not setting up my van with a bunch of crap in it that I have to take out if I want to haul something in the van. I'm leaving the van empty, and I'm gonna load up what I need to take to do your job when I go to do your job. So I've got 20 minutes into loading up the stuff I need to take with me. Then my full time when I'm there, let's say that was 35 minutes. We're at 55 minutes already, and when I'm done, I've still got 20 minutes to put that stuff away again. That's an hour and a half. Now, you could say, well, $60 an hour, you can cover that extra half an hour. That's probably true. You know, that's, but for a house that's 2 stories, I want $80 for a service call. And it's here's the simple reason why. If I fall 1 story, I might break something. If I fall off a 2-story roof, I'm going to the hospital.